Get ready to match the stars. Clifton Davis, Brett Somers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Rona Barrett, Richard Dawson, and Betty White as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rayburn.
How do you do? How are the beautiful people?
Compared to what?
You have good taste.
Are you all right?
We're
Good.
fine. We
There's one thing I'd like to say, Rick. It's really my show, you see. And I'm the only one who's allowed to wear anything as daring and as rusty as this.
It's a nice suit.
So would you please disrobe? Just take off your clothes and sit there. No, listen, we're ready to begin here now with Linda Abel here, who's won $3,450, being challenged here by Rick Neely, who has had both of his questions in match 4 of our celebrities. And now you've got one question to go, and all you have to do is match one celebrity to win your third game, is it?
Yes.
Your third game. All right, we'll see how this turns out in a moment or so, but right now we want to see about this. Pay attention. We are ready, bing! Middle of round 2, final round here. Linda, match 1, you win another game. Lester the Daredevil said, he says, you know how Evel Knievel jumps over 100 cars on a motorcycle? Well, me, I don't use no motorcycle. I hop over the cars on a giant blank.
Clifton plays. Rona plays.
And Rona, just the two of you, right? Here we go.
Read it again.
Lester the Daredevil said, you know how Evel Knievel jumps over 100 cars on a motorcycle? Well, me, I don't use no motorcycle. I hop over the cars on a giant blank. Big Brother's watching. Okay. All right.
That's a nice answer.
All right. Put it right in the slot there, and away we go.
I don't like that.
Well, then, you're a woman. You may change your mind. Right. But soon. Yes, change it for a toaster. Don't distract her.
It's hard to believe she writes for a living, isn't it?
Yes. Now they're ready over there, Linda. Lester the Daredevil said, you know how Evel Knievel jumps over 100 cars on a motorcycle? Well, me, I don't use no motorcycle. I hop over the cars on a giant...
Kangaroo. Oh.
Kangaroo?
Yes. No.
Well, I don't know. It never crossed my mind. They hop, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Well, let's see. One kangaroo is all you need to win the game. Clifton.
Can I deviate for a second? Because I was looking in the audience, somebody when the audience was applauding, and it seemed like the cameras were coming around to this fellow, and he put on this little eyeglasses with the thing here, the eyebrows and the mustache, and a big pink nose.
Yeah.
You know, and I figured he was trying to disguise himself from somebody. He didn't want his folks to see. But it didn't work because the dude was black. This big pink nose. Funny. I say, baby, it ain't gonna work. They know you. We're in the same ballpark, but I said a pogo stick.
A pogo stick is a good answer. All right. Little lady's looking for a kangaroo. What do you offer?
Well, I had an animal in mind, but it was kind of large, and it had one of these long things, and I figured if you sat on it and went like that, it'd get over that. So
What animal?
I said, I think it's an animal.
An elephant.
I know.
So, what do you know? This game ends in a tie, 4-4, and that means we've got to go to a tiebreaker. So let's clean up this mess out here. Push this button, reveals our 2 tiebreaker questions, one for each of you. The one who matches the most will be the winner. Rick, we ask you again to make your selection.
I'll take A, please.
B.
A.
A. You want A?
A.
Sure, you want A.
Turn your hearing aid up, dear. You've got to be able to hear what the
He don't talk so plain.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to an elephant hopping contest. Could we move
That's
along?
right. Charlie said to Bill, I've got good news and bad news.
Oh.
The good news is your wife has been swallowed by a shark. The bad news is the shark blinked. Charlie said to Bill, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is your wife has been swallowed by a shark. The bad news is the shark blinked.
That's the past tense?
Yeah. Blinked. B-L-A-N-K-E-D. Blinked.
Bad news is...
Right.
Is your
Excuse
wife...
me, I didn't mean to muss your coiffure
Are
there.
you sure it says the good news is the little bride?
Okay.
What are we playing? Post office here? We're trying to get on with this intellectual pursuit?
the dating game.
Oh, it's not there. Write your answers.
I know, well, Well, would you tell us what the good news is, please?
What's the good news?
I want you to know that I was so fast this time because you got me so upset the last time.
The good news is your wife has been swallowed by a shark.
Oh, he don't...
Like the wife.
He don't
That's
like
right.
his wife.
He don't like his wife.
Bad news.
The bad news is the shark blinked.
Oh, I got it. It just took
You
a
see?
minute. Oh, crap.
You don't see, do you?
I do. Copy me, honey.
I hope the writers who wrote this question are hanging around for 28 minutes here while we're waiting for them to come up with an answer. Elliot, did you write this one? No.
They all deny it, don't they?
All right, yeah.
Charles and I are too pretty to be smart.
I agree.
Okay.
Answer another question. Well,
No, yeah, you could get 2 or 3 ahead of them. Now, Rick. Charlie said to Bill, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is your wife has been swallowed by a shark. The bad news is the shark blinked.
Died.
Died as a simple, direct response. Yeah. He got it right away. Clifton, what did you say?
Well, the shark died.
That's it. That's one for Rick. Brett?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to take issue. I seldom, if ever, voice an opinion in life. You know that.
That's right. You're a very shy, reticent lady.
I want you to know
Go
that
ahead.
I put died, and I thought, well, that's not good news. Not good news.
It's nature, ecology.
I mean, that's just nonsense. So you see, so I threw that answer out. That's why it took me so long.
Oh, wait a minute. It's the bad news is the shark
died.
blinked.
So
why is
that
that
doesn't
bad
make.
news?
Well,
The
wait a minute.
bad news is the shark threw her up again.
Okay, that's better.
I would have said that. I would have said that, but I couldn't figure out how to write threw up. You know, the ED hit. The shark threw up.
All we want is to indicate the past tense. Threw up is the past tense. Yes, Charles. What are you doing down there, Betty?
Threw
Yeah.
up or regurgitate.
Threw up or regurgitated.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I worked so hard.
The bad news is the shark blanked, and Rick said died. What? Choked. Well, there you go.
I think that says croaked. Doesn't that say croaked, dear?
You rascal. Charlie said to Bill, good news and bad news. Good news, your wife has been swallowed by a shark. Bad news is the shark blanked.
Well,
It's a good question.
Yeah.
You like this milk and girl sex?
Yes, I do.
it is past tense.
I thought it was breezy down here. Betty White, you rascal. I'm just going to stay away from that aisle there. That's all.
I swear.
Oh, then it must have been
Son of a
Richard.
Well, I know you swear, but stop swearing for the moment.
Yeah.
Past tense. The shark died.
I did. Okay, Rick, that's 2 for you. Do something in the past tense.
I did something in the past. This is not my favorite question. The shark burped. Let's just forget the entire
Okay. 2 for you, and we'll see how you do in a moment or so. But right now, we've got this message for you. Here we go, friends. This is yours, Linda. Ready? Number 2 to tie, 3 to win. The guests at Fat Fern's wedding were shocked when Fat Fern left her husband at the altar and walked off with the blank under her arms. Guests at Fat Fern's wedding were shocked when Fat Fern left her husband at the altar and walked off with the blank under her arms.
Arms. Now, the operative word is not arm. Arms.
Under her Under her arms. Now it is.
Once again now.
Once more into the breach, oh Lord.
Excellent.
The guests at Fat
Camera
Fern's...
2 into camera 2. You never know who could be looking.
Right,
Now,
yes.
Camera 1.
Camera 1, okay.
Oh, I read it already over your shoulder. Thank you.
Guests walked and walked off with the blank under her arms.
At the altar. Oh, okay.
You know, I am seldom mystified by any of these questions. But I am totally mystified by this
Under
one.
this woman's arm?
I'm not. It's perfect.
What's under her arm?
Just think about
Hair?
it now. No, you can't. Don't say anything. All right, Betty.
Blank under her arm.
Okay. Thank you.
Has Rona Barrett fallen off her chair?
No, she's just straightening out the mess that someone over there made there. Where'd you get those? All right, oh, you're all ready. All right.
I made them while waiting for a laugh.
Yes, Linda. The guests at Fat Fern's wedding were shocked when Fat Fern left her husband at the altar and walked off with the blank under her arms.
Cake.
With the cake? Would you tell us how she did that? I mean, under her arms?
It was a big cake?
Oh, all right. Just want
They
to...
have cakes at reception.
Yeah, the cakes are at the reception. What do you say,
do it all
Clifton?
together now?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I'm relatively ashamed of this, and so we can move on quickly. Crutches.
All right. You put them under your arms. Okay, Brett, go.
He said she was fat, not crippled.
Yeah.
I said I think that this is probably one of the better answers I've ever given.
And strangers.
I said you walked out with the bridesmaids.
Put one under each arm and one off. Three of them lived happily ever after.
They
Don't
went
kid
to
me.
McDonald's for lunch.
Yes, right. Charles.
Keeping in the trend of brilliant answers, I said the buffet.
The buffet under her arm. She was a chow hound at heart. Okay. Ronald Berry.
Dumb question.
My mother says, I watched that marvelous woman, Ronald Berry, on television today. Miss Malaprop. What do you say, Rona?
Continuing this magnificent saga,
Yeah.
I decided that Fatsy really liked the preacher, so
Walk off
she
with the
walked
preacher.
up with the preacher.
That'll match the remaining two to stay in the game, Linda. All right, Richard, we're up to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Madame Preacher.
Preacher and cake. Congratulations. We'll stand by here for a moment or so. Linda, it's time to go. So you're not too unhappy about leaving, are you?
Not at all.
Did you have a good time?
Fantastic.
Splendid. We got $3,450 for Linda Abel. Goodbye, my dear. Here it comes. There it is. Stand on the tape. Attaboy. Now, Rick, if you're ready to have a go at it. Oh, mine.
Dance something while you're there.
The
I just
Gold
got a
Dust
telegram
Twins.
from Gladys Knight. She needs one more of these suits with a pin.
You sing?
No.
Shall we do a song? Just one number before we go to the number? No.
You do song.
Yes. All right. Rick, if you're ready, let's get to it. We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Clara blanked. The answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. $250 for the next one, and $100 for the bottom. Whom do you call her?
Charles.
Clara Bow.
Clara
I
Bow,
want to go that far.
famous silent motion picture star.
Richard. Wonderful woman I went out with, clarinet.
Clarinet.
Well, if you don't like it, he doesn't have to choose it.
Okay. So you got two.
And Brett.
Brad, have you got one?
Did he have one?
Clara who?
He said
Clara Bell.
Clarabelle. Clarabelle was the clown on Howdy Doody. So you got those three: Clarabelle, Clarabeau, and Clarinet.
That's
that
the one I
yours,
would go with,
Nicky?
Rick, if I were you.
Yeah,
Clarinet.
I'll take Clarabelle.
Clarabelle. No, you say no? Now wait a minute. Hold everything. You say no to Clarabelle. What do you say yes to? Clarabelle. What are they saying, Johnny? Cooler.
Clarinet.
Clarinet?
It is obvious that you are not of one mind.
Well, neither
If
are
any.
we.
All right, we want Clarabelle. Let's find out if old Clarabelle's up there under the $100 number.
Clara.
Barton.
I
Clara Barton.
had Clara Barton, student nurse.
Clara Barton, student nurse. Okay.
It's the truth.
Clarabelle is what we're after. Let's find out if it's under the $250 response. Clarabelle, congratulations. There's $250 for you. All right.
I wish it had been the 500.
Richard thinks that I'll bet you make a little side bet with you here. Clarinet, he says, is going to be under there.
It's going to be Clara Bow.
Clara Klutz.
If clarinet is up there, you're in a heap of trouble. Now, I want you to slide it, but I don't want to see clarinet. Do you understand me? Okay, slide it, Earl. Clara Bow.
I was that close.
You were that close, right. Now, Rick, you're up to $350. You're going to play for 10 times $250 now, but in order to collect, you've got to match one of our celebrities. Exactly which one will it be?
Richard.
Richard.
Well, of course.
Naturally. Because he gave you clarinet. Where'd you face me? All right. Mine is flannel. What is yours?
Mine is wool.
Oh, yours is worsted, isn't it? Yes. What'd you pay? No, never mind. All right, Richard, here we go. It's worth $2,500. Twin blank. Twin blank.
Twin.
Twin blank, right.
Okay.
Now, he's finished. Rick, we need a response from you which you think will match his. What do you say to that? Twin blank.
All I can say is girls. Twin girls.
Twin girls. Do I hear twin boys? No. All right. He says that'll match you for $2,500, Richard.
Try net again.
Twin girls, he said.
Well, this is a sure way not to get them.
What?
Twin bed.
Twin bed. Okay. All right. You've never heard of night walkers, have you, Richard? So, Rick, you've got
We don't do it in our house.
Oh, I see. $350. In a moment or so, you're going to meet another player. But right now, we've got to meet this message right head on. Now, let's welcome Dorothy Seibel here. Is that the way you say it? Seibel?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Now, Dorothy, we're a little bit behind time here. So can we defer finding out who you are and where you're from and all that until after this first round? Ready? Is that all right with you, Dorothy?
Sure.
Okay. Would you make a selection?
B.
B it
please.
is. All right.
Yes.
B for Dorothy, and we'll get her information later. Here it is. George said to the credit dentist, "Tell me, Dr. Bynum, why are your tooth transplants so much cheaper than anyone else's?" And Dr. Bynum said, "It's because I don't have to buy the teeth. I get them from my blank. That's why my tooth transplants are so much cheaper. I don't buy the teeth. I get them from my blank." You understand that question?
I get it. I'm
Say the
already
whole for the dumb black
The
dude.
credit dentist here. "Tell me, Dr. Bynum, why are your tooth transplants so much cheaper than anyone else's?" And Dr. Bynum said, "It's because I don't have to buy the teeth. I get them from my..."
This is really a wonderful answer.
Yeah.
A little disgusting, but wonderful.
Right. Certainly. Right.
Well, that's a nice answer, Betty.
Whatever kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine.
I mean, if they said that.
Oh, yes. No, that would be a match.
It
Yes,
would be a
indeed.
match?
Yes.
Oh.
Right. Now, Clifton, do something. Are you going to go to the back of the bus again?
I'm sorry! Lord knows it took us long enough to get to the front.
What is it, Eddie? Just
And nothing there when you get up there.
That's right. Just put it in the slot here. All right, Dorothy. George said to the credit dentist, "Tell me, Dr. Bynum, why are your tooth transplants so much cheaper than anyone else's?" And Dr. Bynum said, "It's because I don't have to buy the teeth. I get them from my..."
His old passed away patients
His patients.
that passed away. Oh,
Dead patient.
dead patient.
Okay.
He was a famous
All right.
doctor. Doctor passed away.
Yeah, doctor passed away, yes. What do you say, Clifton?
I agree with Dorothy. Cadavers or dead patients.
Cadavers. There's one for Dorothy. Brett?
I believe that this is a match. It's not phrased exactly the same way, but I said he got them from his friendly mortician.
From Friendly
Which
Mortician.
would be...
There's two for Dorothy. Charles?
The annual Bad Taste Award, the envelope, please, Miss Brett Summers.
Oh, dear me.
I said a very safe, boring, crummy answer,
Yes.
but adorable. Comb.
Comb. Okay, adorable. Now, Rona, may we see yours?
Well, I call them patients or call them clients.
Patients or clients, but that is no match because they are not cadavers. They may
That's
be
true.
alive. Richard?
A dead comb.
A dead comb. Now, Betty.
From his veterinarian.
Veterinarian! So that's 2 for you, and now before anything else happens, we want you to pay attention to this message. You were all grand. Goodbye for match game 75. Team